Alright, we just got our look at the Nintendo Switch 2. It just dropped not too long ago, so I really want to go through the trailer. I did take a sneak peek of it, but I just really want to go through this and talk about all the details that I noticed in the first look trailer. Alright, let's jump into it. Of course, the Nintendo logo, and then we're going to get our first look at a Switch. This is the base Switch, not the OLED with that big bezel screen. The Joy-Cons are going to click off, and the Switch gets bigger. Look at that. And then it's going to shed all of its Switch oneness, and here comes Switch 2. There's the railings on the side. The look at the bottom here, where you've got a USB-C. And is that? I think that's probably just an SD card slot right there. And then, of course, you got the speakers. Power, volume. You're going to get the fans there. USB-C on the top, so that's one of the new additions, and that's a very welcome addition because right now you can't do tabletop and plug something in. So now you'll be able to plug something in on the top. And then, of course, the aux cable there. That's a very nice feature because I'm thinking, like, if you're on an airplane, you know, they still hand out the free headphones on some of the airlines. You know, those are aux, so it's not just totally reliant on Bluetooth. So that's very nice. I'm very glad that they're keeping the aux cable there. And then, of course, the game insert would be right to that. We've got the U-stand, fully adjustable, and that's actually really nice for cord management. Let me back up there. So I'm thinking, you know, even though we can plug in from the top, let's say you're on the airplane and you've got drinks and you've got stuff on your little tray, that cord would get really kind of in the way. So actually now what'll be nice is you'll be able to plug in your USB-C cord to the top to connect your Pro Controller you need it charged or whatever. And then you can actually run the cable through the stand, so you kind of tuck it under through the side here, right? You can tuck it in through that triangle space, and that'll keep the cord kind of out of the way, and it'll keep everything contained. So for tabletop mode, this is a big upgrade, so I actually do like that. Alright, so the Joy-Cons are black, and they get bigger. And we're going to take a look at the coloring now. So this is interesting, right? They're only coloring underneath the joystick and the buttons that'll be on top of the Joy-Con. And then really funny, that button right under the home button, that is not a C, it's just sort of a black button. I do think that they're going to put the C on there when they show us down the road a more extensive look at the Switch 2. They're just hiding it for right now, but yeah, just a blank button, I guess. Cool. And then here comes the pop out. Let's take a look at that, right? You've got your SL and SR buttons, the sync button, the charge where that's going to plug into the Switch. But then there's three things here that are interesting to look at. At the very end, you've got these little track pads, and then in between the SR button and the charge port is the IR sensor that has been heavily speculated about. So there's a really good chance that we're going to be able to use this thing like a mouse, as it was rumored, but we'll take a look at that. Alright, so now we get the blue accenting behind the joystick, so we've got our red and blue accenting, as is, you know, standard with the Switch family of systems. Buttons, the Joy-Con, I'm sure, the joystick feels really nice, I'm sure, and so you had the, I'm not even sure what to call them, the little danglies that go on the Switch Joy-Con, right? We're still going to have a little piece of hardware that's going to come with it, very similar to the Switch, but now, you know, it's not going to cover the IR center. I'm sure that thing's got trackpads, and you're going to see these things move along a surface like a mouse. So that really opened. Future Chat Nation, jumping in real quickly. I paused it here because I wanted to take a look at the strap that is going to go on the Switch 2. You can see it goes around the insert of the Joy-Con. It's just going to be a hole. So yeah, that IR sensor is going to work just fine. Opens up the door for what we're going to be able to do with these Joy-Cons. It's going to be a totally new experience. Blue accenting in the Switch 2 there. Joy-Cons are going to snap into place. So that's it, right? Switch 2. And now the Joy-Cons snap into place instead of clicking into place. I'm not really sure what the true difference is, but nice. Going to get some shots there. This is it. Wait, let's back up a second. Let's see what happens when they turn it around. I want to see that. So a nice look at that. Switch 2. Yeah, it looks like those are also new buttons. Or maybe that's how you disconnect, that's how you release the magnets. are these buttons off to the side here. So you've got these right here, right? So in order to disconnect the Joy-Cons, you're going to push that in. That's going to release the magnetic grip, and you're just going to pull it and snap it right off. Interesting. And then we get a shot of Mario Kart. So there's going to be some speculation, but I don't know that this specifically is Mario Kart 9, but it's pretty safe to say Mario Kart 9 is coming. And a new Joy-Con grip that these new Joy-Cons are going to snap into with the Switch logo on it, and they'll just, pull right out. 2025, we are getting the Switch 2 this year. We knew that. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games, so you'll be able to plug and play. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Switch games may not be supported. Yeah, we kind of figure that. I mean, I'm thinking like Labo, right, where the Labo pieces were kind of tailored to that Switch 1 design. The Switch 2 is bigger, so it's not going to fit. So Labo and some other things not going to be compatible, but that's to be expected. Very cool. What else do we got? Nintendo Direct. So April 2nd, we're going to get our next Direct. So that's going to be a full in-depth. They're going to talk about the specs, detail exactly everything that they wanted to show us. That black button will turn into a C button. So we'll see what that looks like. And then we're also going to get some games. So maybe a future video we'll talk about what games are going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. I've got a few ideas on that. And then, of course, Nintendo Switch 2 Experience. They did this with the first Switch. There's going to be a series of hands-on events held around the world. So I'm stateside, so that's kind of what I'm interested in. So if we take a look here, the Nintendo Switch 2 Experience on their website, you have to register for a chance to attend, and you'll get your hands on the Nintendo Switch 2. For us that are stateside, it'll be in New York, LA, or Dallas. The ticket registration begins on January 17th at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 Eastern. And these are raffle tickets, effectively. So you have to have a Nintendo account in order to enter. So that's you'll have to log into your account to be able to enter in to grab a ticket. And then it'll be randomly selected drawing. So creators aren't going to get a preference. I mean, in fact, the way Nintendo's relationship is with creators, I think they'd prefer it not to be creators, people coming with their phones and cameras and trying to blog it and make a video and everything about it. They just want fans who are pumped and interested. And so New York's going to get one of the first opportunities. I mean, it makes sense, right? They've got the Nintendo store up there on 5th Ave from April 4th to 6th. LA is going to get their experience between the 11th and 13th. And then Dallas at the Embarcadero building at Fair Park is going to be the 25th to the 27th. So I'm probably going to throw my hat in the ring. I'll hopefully be able to get a chance to grab one of those tickets. And if I do go, I'm going to try to go to Dallas. That would be very interesting. I know it's not the first one, but I just imagine New York and LA are just going to be really crazy. So Dallas would be more of a preference for me. So what did you think about the Nintendo Switch 2? This was really cool. Let me know in the comments below. If you wouldn't mind liking the video, I'd greatly appreciate that. Subscribe for more Nintendo Switch 2 content in the future. And thanks for watching.